All right, welcome to The Explainer. Look, we are unpacking an absolute tectonic shift hitting one of the most sacred events in all of sports. For decades, the NCAA tournament has hooked us with that perfect mix of underdog magic and blue blood dominance. But guys, that structure is about to get completely flipped. We're staring down a proposed expansion to a massive 76-team field, and it has the biggest names in college hoops totally at each other's throats. We gotta ask the big question echoing through every gym right now. Is March Madness actually broken? Or, by trying to fix it, are we literally breaking the very magic that makes it so insanely successful? You've got suits, athletic directors, commissioners on one side, and legendary Hall of Fame coaches on the other. Section 1. The 70-16 Bracket Explained. Before we hit the wild drama, let's look at the actual mechanics of this change. Here is the new magic number for the men's and women's tournaments, 76. We've been locked at 68 teams since 2011. We are completely hardwired for the 68-team bracket. Adding 8 more teams might sound like a drop in the bucket on paper, but mechanically, it triggers a chaotic ripple effect across the entire opening week. The logistical reality here is massive. We go from the current model, that cozy little 8-team, first 4 fighting for the last spots, to a massive 24-team hurdle on Tuesday and Wednesday. That is straight up a miniature tournament before the actual tournament even kicks off. 12 games over 2 days. The NCAA's core argument for all this? Access. They love pointing out that historically, only about 18% of Division I teams make the dance, the lowest participation rate in major team sports. Bump it to 76, and that slice grows to 21%. They claim they're just giving more athletes a chance at the postseason. Sounds legit, right? Well, Section 2. Why top coaches object? Because while the NCAA pushes for access and the mountains of cash that come with it, the guys actually coaching are pushing back hard. And it's not just about logistics, it's about the soul of the sport. Check out this quote from Gonzaga's Mark Few. The guy has literally never missed a tournament in 25 years. He calls this the dumbing down of the regular season. Coaches grind for months to make regular season games matter, and Few is saying letting more teams in just tanks the stakes of those matchups. His point? The tournament is perfect as is. Don't mess with it. Stack that up against Dan Hurley. He just took UConn to back-to-back national championships, and he is echoing Few word for word. He's terrified that watering down the field strips the pressure right out of the regular season. It should be a privilege to play in the tournament, not a right. Lower the barrier, and you completely dilute the achievement. Rounding out this wall of opposition is Arkansas coach John Calipari. Coach Cal leans into the classic, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He knows the whole draw is that David versus Goliath magic. If expansion just means mediocre teams from mega conferences get a free pass, we lose that special spark. It's a unified chorus of elite coaches screaming to tap the brakes. And the physical toll is brutal. For the 52 teams locked into the main bracket, it's still 6 wins to a title. But for those 24 teams thrown into the new opening round, winning it all now demands surviving 7 grueling games. Winning 6 is already a monumental feat. Slapping a 7th game onto a third of the field totally flips the script on endurance. Section 3. The mid-major dilemma. Whenever expansion happens, the immediate question is who actually benefits? Does this throw a lifeline to small schools who get snubbed? Or is this just a cozy safety net for average teams from wealthy conferences? The divide is crazy here. On one hand, Big Sky Commissioner Tom Wistrel hopes this creates an at-large path for a mid-major that dominates all year but chokes in their conference tourney. But flip it, and Virginia's Ryan Odom is sounding the alarm. He absolutely hates that the proposed format forces automatic qualifiers from small leagues to cannibalize each other in that opening round, turning their hard-earned bid into a total trap. Let's break down the financial catch-22. Yes, winning an opening round game earns a conference a unit, which literally means millions in NCAA payouts. But here's the kicker. Half of the 24 teams in this new round will be one-bid automatic qualifiers going head-to-head. So the math guarantees 6 smaller leagues are officially sent packing before the real round of 64 even starts. It is a bloodbath for the little guys. Section 4. Money versus tradition. This is the absolute core of this explainer. Everything we're talking about, the extra games, the mid-major squeeze, it's all just a symptom of the unrelenting financial collision happening in college sports right now. UConn's legendary Gino Arima doesn't pull a single punch, calling this strictly a money grab. He's terrified this has nothing to do with Cinderella and everything to do with protecting the big brands. He argues this is rigged to catch teams from the Power Four who went 6-10 in conference play, just to keep those wealthy TV markets engaged. Expanded access? Try expanded safety nets. Honestly, the wildest part is what the NCAA is ignoring here. Coaches are losing their minds. To them, fighting over 76 teams is like rearranging deck chairs on a sinking ship. They are begging the NCAA to fix the real chaos, the totally unpredictable transfer portal, and the massive, unregulated NIL payouts that have turned college hoops into the absolute Wild West. Michigan State's Tom Izzo totally nails it. He compares the greed for tournament expansion directly to the madness of the NIL cash grab. You hand a program $10 million, they'll still tell you it's not enough. He warns the bracket is the exact same beast. If we go to 76 just to chase the bag, eventually they'll demand 96. The thirst for revenue is completely unquenchable right now. The ultimate fallout. College hoops is rapidly turning into a high-volatility professional model. When you lower the bar for the postseason, but you've got millions in NIL payrolls on the line, the pressure to win immediately is astronomical. Coaches are terrified that tenures will vanish. Loyalty is gone, and the amateur charm of college ball will collapse under NBA-level corporate pressure. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. As we stare down a 76-team bracket, we really have to ask, will 76 ever actually be enough? Is this a real fix to grow the game, or are we witnessing the beginning of the end for the traditions that built March Madness? Thanks for hanging out for this explainer. Keep that in mind next time you sit down to fill out a bracket. Catch you later.